Hey everybody, Greg here. I'm going to share with you my first gravel race, and I chose Rock Cobbler 13.0. The good, well, the scenery was amazing. The bad, I went out way too early, and the ugly, going out too early caused me to blow up about 2/3 through the race on the big climb. And I'm going to show you what I learned. Here you go.
Okay, let's go over the course real quick. The total course is about 69 miles and 7,600 feet of vertical gain. But I think of the course as kind of in three sections. The first section, shown in green there, includes the lead out, and then you cross the Kern River, get into some foothill area with some pretty punchy climbs, but none of the climbs are really all that long. And then you come back down to the Kern River. So this is my gravel bike that I'm riding. It's a Lauf Sigla with 40 millimeter Pathfinders on it, which was totally the wrong tire. There were a number of people that were running mountain bikes out here, so I think at a minimum I should have been like on my 2.2 Race Kings or something like that, or probably even better would have been a full suspension mountain bike. Just for an old guy like me, it would have been much smoother. I probably would have been a lot slower, but I don't care. It would have been probably a little bit more enjoyable to be on a mountain bike. Okay, here's the start of the race. I really had no idea where to line up, so I remember seeing on YouTube videos somewhere that you don't want to be in the back because when you get to the single tracks, you'll just kind of be stuck. So I probably went a little too far forward in this start. I think I at first lined up behind one of the pros, which was totally not smart for me to do. Meant I was probably way too far forward. Nice thing about this start is that it was a neutral start. We didn't even get out of the gate here. And if you see, look in slow motion to the right hand side, there's a little kid who wanted to join the race. He's probably about 4 years old. The whole pack ended up having to stop to get out of the start area. So, as I was saying, it started out as a neutral start, which was pretty chill for these first few miles. And getting used to riding a pack. This is my first gravel race. So I'm not all that used to riding in these larger groups like this. Okay, we're starting to get off the road here, and it's going to be kind of fun. First little hill, climbing about 400 watts, which is crazy for me. Burning match after match after match. Then we pull over this hill. I'm like, what's going on with all these barriers and such? And up here you start to hear some shouting, and it's like, oh, we're at a bar. And it turns out it's Ethel's Bar, just outside of Bakersfield here. We are coming up into the bar. I'm like, who is going to be in the bar at 8:30 in the morning? Always cool that a bunch of people in the chairs. Yeah, that was cool. Then we're getting out to some of the first real climbs of the day. And as smart as I am, I decided to follow this guy. He had two balls hanging off his bike, and it turns out it was a Lauf, another Sigla. I call it the Sigla with balls. He didn't laugh very much though. Where the climb starts to get pretty steep. I'm like, oh yeah, let's burn another match. It's only a 6-hour race, not a big deal. You see the grade starts peaking up to about 16%, 17, 18, 19, pushing 400 watts. I usually get off and walk at about 20%, but kind of race mind, so decided to just power through it and just burn all my matches. What the hell? %, still 400 watts. Yeah, that's really smart. This is a cool shot called the greenery. This is why I signed up for the race. Look at all those wildflowers. That's super cool underneath those power lines. We're cruising down this hill. This guy's trying to put his iPhone in his pocket. Luckily he didn't crash into me. You're coming up on the first aid station. I had plenty of water, plenty of carb mix, so I was good. The iPhone guy, I think, blowing past me. I'm doing 330 watts. It's crazy. What beautiful scenery, though. Isn't that just gorgeous? Climb here, starting to push the power up a little bit. There's just one after another of these. I felt good right at this point, but it ended up kicking my ass in the end. Okay, here we kind of got up to the top of the climb there, and then we started coming down. The cool, super green, lots of wildflowers. Oh, this is gonna be a fun little single track. But it was so skinny, I could barely hold on. I was just almost crashed right here, and so it went from fun to just trying to hold on without killing myself. Luckily, I see this guy up ahead of me, and I'm catching him, which is unusual for me because I'm such a slow descender. And when I get up to him, it's just, I think it's a roadie that must have gotten lost, signed up for the wrong race or something. I can push off at the side there. Crazy. it started to chill out a little bit here. It was still pretty skinny single track, but not too bad. Then this was crazy transition into the oil fields on the east side of Bakersfield. Came into this turn a little hot. Super cool descent. Over here I'm like, oh, let's follow the guy on the right, he knows what he's doing. No, not really. We both went off track here. I didn't want to turn back in that loose gravel, so I just followed him. Okay, kind of out of the oil field area, and now we're just coming into these rolling hills. One after another, these little rollers are just kicking my butt. See, it's getting hotter and hotter, 73 degrees. Like, yeah, let's do 300 watts. What the hell? It's only a 6-hour race. Then finally we got back to the road, following Mr. Muscle Man here. He was just motoring. I was just doing anything I could to hang on to him. I passed him a little bit later. I was going to ask him how many watts he was doing here because he pulled me quite a long ways. He didn't even have a computer on his bike, which is kind of cool. We're coming up to some people on the right. Not sure what's going on. Got a little climb here. Burning another match. If you look on the right, we're like, what happened to this guy?
Bonked or something.
This is where we're getting to the sections where the wheels start falling off. Section 2, as I called it, and you first have this first climb, which maybe 400 or 500 feet. And for some reason, I thought that was the big one because I was hurting so much. But then you get done with that, you go down a little bit, come back to Route 178, and then you look up and you have like an 1,100-foot climb. And that's where I was totally destroyed.
It fucking hurts. Ooh, that's it.
This is the last climb, and I am just fried at this point. As you can see, I can only do 130, 140 watts, just hanging on for dear life here. I get up to this guy, and it's a little hike-a-bike section. And by the time I get up to him, his leg just totally cramped up. I got lucky, my legs didn't cramp up, but this guy sure did.
Oh, shit. Hang in there.
We're just holding on for dear life on this final climb, making a few more watts, getting up to 150, 160 watts. But it's about the best I can do. Finally we get to the end of the race. I'm so happy to be done.
I love it when our sponsors.
So overall, I ended up at 6 hours 15 minutes, 149th place out of 347 people that actually finished. And in my age group, I got 33rd out of 74. So I was pleased with that in the top half of the group. So lessons learned, don't go out so hard, and make sure you can finish the race with some energy. So thanks for watching. See ya.